CJ, what do you think of the new tight end room here, and how are you guys meshing together as a group?
Yeah, we're a bunch of dogs out there. We got a good group. We complement each other well. It's a fun group. Like in meetings, we're having a good time. We're getting our work in. We're learning a lot. Yeah, we're the boys, man. I don't know. I'm biased towards tight ends always, but I think tight end rooms are always the best, and this is one of the best I've ever been a part of. And you know, I'm obviously super blessed to be a part of it, but I can't speak highly enough about each guy individually for sure.
You made quite the waves on social media with your report day attire.
Yep.
What went into that?
That's my quarterback, man. You know, I gotta support that man any way I can, and yeah, I ran it by my agency and a couple of friends, and I was like, "Yo, Zach, like, is this straight if I wear this in here?" And he was like, "Dude, I don't care. Do whatever you want to." So, yeah, that's pretty much the thought that went into it. I was like, "All right, cool, here we go."
What did you get out of the Idaho with him and everything?
A lot. I think trips like that to me, and I kind of alluded to this a little bit ago, but to me, trips like that and things like that, when you bond closer with your teammates, you hold each other accountable, right? I think, in my opinion, I think the coaches need to coach us on the plays. I think they need to coach us on, you know, the routes of how to run it against a certain coverage, what the quarterback expects against a certain coverage. But outside of that, I think it's players needing to coach players and hold everyone else accountable. And so if something happens on the field, I don't want the coach to have to say something. I want CD, Elijah, Zach to come up to me and be like, "Hey, this is how you need to do it. This is whatever the case is." I don't want a coach to have to come up and say stuff. And that to me is a sign of a good team. So when you have trips like this, when you build that team camaraderie and it's your boy and you're like, "Yo, this is my brother. This is who I'm going out there fighting with every day during camp, during a game," then you're not taking something personal. If they're like, "Hey, I want it this way." It's like, "Oh, okay, cool. I got you." Like, I know what you expect. You build that relationship and you move on. So that's the main thing I think comes out of trips like that, aside from having a good time and a beautiful place.
What's your relationship like with Zach Wilson so far, and how have you kind of build a relationship on the field and off the field?
Yeah, it's like a little bro, and it makes me sound old, and I don't love it, but like he is. He's 22. He's super young, and he is a little brother to me. So yeah, we hit each other up. We're living like 2-3 doors down from one another, so that's gonna be fun. Should be knocking on his door randomly, like coming over getting food from him from his chef. He's a little bro, man. That's how it is, and that's kind of how we treat one another. He asked me certain questions about like outside of football, and I pick his brain about what he wants during football. So.
Just in terms of, you played with a young quarterback last year, which overall made a big leap. What do you think that leap looks like with Zach Wilson if he makes that?
Yeah, I mean, not if, he will, and he has been. He's showing strides already, and yeah, I mean, I don't play quarterback. I don't know the ins and outs of like what they have to deal with on a day-to-day, basis and making that leap from college to the NFL. But, I think the game's slowing down for him already, and you can see it in his reads and, what he's doing when he's looking off defenders, how he's delivering the ball, the arm position. I mean, I'm not supposed to probably cuss, but he's got a hell of an arm. So he's going to be able to make the tough throws. It's just a matter of him slowing the game down. And I think he's doing a tremendous job already.
CJ, in the spring, were they just being cautious with you because of the knee injury, or because you're practice then, and kind of where's the knee injury now?
Yeah, knee's great. I was ready to practice, to be honest. I wasn't used to there being an option of like, "Oh no, like we got you, we know what you like, just chill." And I was like, "Oh dang, all right, cool." So yeah, no, it's 100%. I feel great, feel better than I have in a while. So yeah, I think it was just precautionary for sure.
Tough for you to be on the side.
Yeah, 100%. I hate when the defense like doesn't make a play, but they kind of make a play, and then they just celebrate like they just made the biggest play. It's the most frustrating thing. So yeah, when I see that, I'm just like, dude, please just let me get out there and like just talk the most crap to them. So yeah, that was pretty frustrating.
Is there a big trash talker on the other side of the ball that maybe caught you off guard so far?
No, I'm not going to call anybody out. I think just the whole defense probably. Defense just talks a lot. I think more DBs, they have to have a little, they got a chip on their shoulder. They're on the island most of the time, some of the time. So pretty much every defensive back ever.
What do you like most about being in New York?
Say it again?
What do you like most about being in New York?
What I like most about it? Just one thing, or like, I don't.
Generally speaking, like, what do you you think of just being with the Jets and being with the team and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, being with the team is amazing. Like I love, personally, I love being outside of the city. I'm from a small town, went to a small college. Like I that's just home to me. So like, not saying this is like small, but this is a town, right? Like it's super fun for me to be like, I'm gonna go to C&J's Deli and like know some of the guys and just get my usual Taylor ham, egg and cheese and go back to the spot and like, I feel at home. So, and then you can also go to the city, you go see some Broadway plays, like go get. You don't even have to go to the city to get good food, but like go to the city, get some good food, go watch the Mets when the subway's like you can do anything. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's been a fun transition for me for sure. And yeah, I love being here.
You said Taylor ham, not pork roll.
Yeah, Taylor ham. I figure some people say pork roll, and I think that's like a southern or like it's a southern Jersey thing. So when I went in there, they were like, "Yo, it's a Taylor ham, egg and cheese," and like that's what you call it. And then also, I'm just gonna say this: I don't know what the deal is with like the sloppy Joe, but the sloppy Joe isn't a sloppy Joe. Like a sloppy Joe down south is like some ground up meat, you put it on and then you eat it. Sloppy Joe here, that's like for another conversation. That just was weird.
How did you feel about your first pitch?
It was a little low, for sure. It got over the plate, a little low. I think the batter would have swung. It was cool for me. It was an awesome experience. I never played catch with my dad in terms of like baseball. We always played football. So like my parents weren't like big baseball people growing up. So for me to have that experience with him, that was unbelievable. I know he cherished it. I cherished it. I'll have they framed a picture for me. I'll have that picture forever. Definitely could have been a little higher though.
How does that holding accountability? You talked about accountability earlier, but Zach also being like little bro. How does that work with him trying to hold big bro accountable? I guess.
Easy. If I mess up, I'm my harshest critic, and I think that's how it should be. But if today there was a route and I had to make sure I got my catches in afterwards. I had to make sure I got my push-ups in afterwards, and I talked to him like, if you see it this way, like, do you want me to kind of like, how do you want me to run that route that way? And I went up to him immediately after I dropped the ball, and he was like, dude, that was on me. I was like, no, that was on me. You're the quarterback. You see things, and I need to know how you see it, and I'll adjust. And so that's the way quarterback's always right. Like, it doesn't matter, little bro, big bro, anything. On the field, quarterback's always right. We got to adjust. So that's pretty easy.
Are you looking forward to him yelling at you or something? Or?
I don't think he's going to yell. I mean, he might yell. I don't think – y'all know – I mean, y'all probably been around it. Does Zach yell? Not really. He'll come up to me and say something, but I don't think there's a whole lot of yelling. That's the thing too. Like, no one's gonna be yelling at each other. We're gonna be like, hey, bro, like, come on, you know what you got to do. Like, make the play. So that's pretty much what it is. No yelling.
We'll do it be more.
What do you think your overall impact is going to be on this team in the next couple of seasons compared to the past seasons you had with the Bengals and all that stuff?
My impact is gonna be doing everything that I can to make sure that we get to the Super Bowl and win. Or whatever that is. And I think, whether it's on the field making unbelievable plays, off the field, like making sure that we're on the same page with stuff, making sure that we're holding each other accountable, making sure that it's player oriented in terms of like holding each other accountable instead of the coaches, whatever that is, everything, like anything that I can.
CJ, I can't remember anything like with Carl Lawson, Georgia, to Auburn, the Bengals, to the Jets, the kind of unique connection there.
Yeah. Gosh, this whole not cussing thing is tough. This dude is a monster. Okay, like there is no there's nothing there's no walk through tempo with this man. Like he's like, no, I'm going. Like I need to get my work in. Like especially now, I know what it's like coming off of an Achilles. Like you wanna prove yourself. You're like, yo, this is like I'm back. I'm here. I'm gonna dominate. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And what's my journey been like? A process, man. Like he gets me better at every phase. Like going into Auburn, I played quarterback, right? I didn't play tight end. I didn't know how to block. I'm going against Carl. Shh, you better get your, better strap up. And then going to Cincinnati, obviously, and me getting the opportunity to go against him again. I'm like, yo, I got some moves. What's up? And then he has another thing in his bag, and I'm like, all right. I gotta adjust to this, and now coming here, it's a whole. He got a few more tools in his bag that I'm like, all right, I gotta adjust again. So, for me personally, getting to go against someone like him, I'm like, all right, I get to go against one of the best, right? Like I get to perfect my craft because I know he's gonna go out there and work every day.
CJ, what did you think when you saw the schedule and AFC North first 4 games?
I'm like, yo, did I even leave? Like, what's good? No, yeah, I was like, did I leave? I get to play all 4 teams that I'm comfortable with that I played against for 7 years, 14 times, whatever it is, shoot 15, because we played one in the playoffs again, and yeah, so yeah, I'm very familiar, very comfortable, in terms of their scheme, and I kind of know how their players play, so that's nice that those are the first 4 for sure.